Welcome to Tommy Solo's Famous Friends. This is where I get to chat with people that I've connected with over the years in the world of arts and entertainment, and today we're starting a brand new series featuring music business insiders, and I'm very happy to have on the show record company executive and artist management guru, Gerry Young. Welcome to the show, Gerry.
Thank you very much, Tommy. Nice to talk to you.
Well, it's my absolute pleasure. Now, Gerry, you are a business insider. We won't have heard you singing on the radio, not that I'm aware of, or anything like that. But you are one of these guys that kind of makes the wheels turn in the machine. So, from what I understand, your early career had you working as a promo manager and A&R guy for Polygram Records. What can you tell us about that, and how did you get into that?
Well, I started, after I graduated from university, I graduated television production in Montreal at Loyola College in communication studies. So I got into television and I started work at TVO as a writer, first of all, for a kids show, and then moved on to documentaries and drama shows. And some of those documentaries included musicians like Harry Belafonte at Ontario Place. We shot that from a mobile truck. And also I went down to New Mexico, interviewed Buffy St. Marie. We did a TV series in Hoyt Axton and out west. You know, I've had a lot of musical background in television. Of course, I always loved music. And suddenly a friend came to me and said that who worked for Polygram, and he said, Gerry, would you consider moving from television to the record business? And I said, well, yeah, because I like music. Well, you know, what would I do? And he said, well, what you do is you take around artists when they came to town from, you know, across the continent or in Canada or from the States, and basically visit music directors, and, you know, we give you a car and a car allowance and all that stuff. And I thought to myself, holy jeez, this sounds better than television. So I started working for Polygram in promo and started dealing with really heavy hitters from Kiss to Dire Straits to Donna Summer, Bee Gees, on and on. We're a Polygram acts and distributed by Polygram, so I'd deal with them when they came to Toronto, any artist who came to Toronto to play or to do promo. And I did that for 3 years and was made promotion manager in the Toronto office and was having a great time and making a decent amount of money, etc. And one of the bands that we started distributing, of course, we distributed Virgin Records. And one of the bands from Virgin was a Toronto band called Martha and the Muffins. I'd never heard of the band, and I thought, oh, this should be interesting. So I listened to Echo Beach, of course, which became the single of the year eventually in Canada. And I went, holy mackerel, these guys are good. I've never heard of them. And they went and recorded in England under Richard Branson at the Manor House in England. Holy jeez, this is great. Of course, I wasn't A&R, I was just promotion, so I wasn't in charge of discovering anybody, but I couldn't believe how Canadian labels had missed out in this band. So at any rate, eventually, the band returned to Canada, and I started setting up some promotion for them and their debut release, and Echo Beach, the single, and the album, Metro Music. And I started working, I guess, 2 or 3 weeks. And suddenly, Mark Gain, who's the leader of the band, came to me. He said, I'd like to invite you up for a barbecue at our house in Thornhill. I said, sure. So I went up to their house in Thornhill, and Mark took me aside sometime during the evening and said, what I really invited you up here was not only to have a decent meal, but would you consider quitting Polygram and managing us? And I said, oh, are you sure? He said, oh, yeah, we've discussed it, and frankly, we're going to quit unless you manage us. And I said, why wouldn't you quit? You have a record just coming out. It's fantastic. He said, because my girlfriend, Martha Ladley, has left, and I really don't care about this much anymore unless we get somebody serious managing us. And right now, we've only managed ourselves. I said, well, let me think about it.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this preview of our brand new series on Tommy Solo's Famous Friends about the entertainment business insiders. Stay tuned for full episodes to come, and until next time, cheers. Tommy Solo's Famous Friends is a one-man production, meaning that I've done all the work, including recording, editing, guest acquisition, etc. The theme song for Tommy Solo's Famous Friends is a clip from my original composition, The Burn. All rights reserved. And hey, if you like the show, why not help us out? Buy me a coffee, subscribe, hit the like button, and until next time, cheers.